Let me start off by introducing all of those who are with me. I'm quite sure some of you know them, but that is for those who don't. Let me start by saying first to introduce Honorable Wesselgar Finley, Senator from Grand Bassa County. Honorable Koku Barclay, Representative of Home County. Honorable George Wallace, Minister of Foreign Affairs. McIntosh, Minister of Planning and Economic Affairs. President Sirleaf, Director General, National Security Agency. Ambassador Vivian Ray, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Ambassador Edward Dunn over there, Protocol Officer. Ambassador McKinley Thomas, Liberia's Ambassador to France. Ambassador Yonga Telewood, Liberian Ambassador to Belgium. Honorable Cyrus Badio, Press Secretary to the President. Of course, you know your own, Dorsey Hansford and his assistant there. And Mr. Otello Yasie, Youth Representative. Otello, we can't nana, did it go to now? Go by your tenant. All the Liberians there, Yakune. Away from being one of the first independent countries of Africa, a long way from supporting and promoting the liberation of our African continent, a long way from being the star in Africa, a long way from starting on a path where we could become a model and people could look to Liberia and say, yes, this is an African country, free, united, we thought, in liberty. A country, though, that fell into hard times. Failure to assimilate. Failure to be able to promote balanced development. Watch the monopolization of power and privilege. Being one of those that started the great institutions of Africa. Founding member of the United Nations, founding member of the African Development Bank, founding member of ECOWAS, saw itself descend into decay, destruction, and death. Brought about by violence, militarism, corruption. All of those things so rightly characterized by the speaker before me, who told what it represents to see an economy in free fall for so many years. To see a nation destroyed, self-destruct by its own hands. We have come a long way, but we've got a long way to go. And we can thank God that we started on the long path of national renewal. When Liberians, after all the years of problems and destruction, voted on November 8th, they voted for change. They voted for democracy.
Yes.
They voted for peace. They voted for no more war.
Yes.
Our challenge as the new government is to deliver on the mandate that was inherent in the vote that brought this government into power. The path is long. The challenges are enormous. Let's tell you about some of them. The challenge of peace and security, first and foremost. We can't go anywhere, we can't do anything. We cannot pursue a development agenda unless there's peace and stability. And to pursue that, we've started a complete restructuring of our security sector. Our army has been totally demobilized. Our police similarly so, both involved in the process of recruitment and training so as to have them professionalized and institutionalized. The rest of our security service going through the same kinds of restructuring. Today, that peace and security is maintained by the United Nations Peacekeeping Force, of which you're quite aware. A force that at one time represented the largest peacekeeping force in Africa, a bit diminished today, from 15,000 to about 13 today. But still, a very large force, and one that has helped us to achieve some measure of disarmament and demobilization to enable us to embark upon the processes of peace. On that long road, and one of our pillars, governance, trying to pursue all the tenets of good governance. The civil service, a restructuring underway, trying our best to find the means to reduce. We call it right sizing, some call it downsizing. Whatever sizing, we know that we have a bloated civil service that has to be addressed. But it's not easy. In an environment in which there's unemployment of over 80%. And so we know yet we have to find that balance. We have to find, I was pointed out in a conversation with one of the MPs today, the right sequencing to make sure that as we try to move toward an efficient and effective civil service, that we do not create more social tensions and problems by being able to put people off and increase our level of unemployment already unacceptably high. So we're in that process of trying to find that mix, trying to find that right balance. Governance that has as its core effective resource management, efficiency in the allocation and use of resources, so that that which God has given us so amply can indeed be used for the right priorities. Ensuring that we have a development agenda that is consistent with our national vision, and our resources are channeled into the achievement of clearly defined, quantifiable goals. Some of you may have seen our 150-day deliverables, in which those goals are set for a short period of time, but in which that will be transformed into a longer-term development agenda that set forth the various benchmarks in which we attempt to achieve. Good governance, reforming our judiciary was mentioned about a complete restructuring of